And they have taken a message such as Jesus' message, and like, people need to understand that shit went through so many fucking hands, so many emperors, so many kings that switched and turned it around and tainted it for their own personal benefit. And then it ends up in our hands, and very little of that is accurate. Is there truth in the Bible? Absolutely. Absolutely there's truth in the Bible. But I think only because if you want to sell people bullshit, you got to sprinkle it with a little bit of truth, because people aren't that fucking stupid. People are actually very smart. We are all infinitely intelligent, but we've been conditioned away from our natural way of being and living. So like I was saying, we don't arrive here like this. We don't arrive here fearful and judgmental. It's learned. But the great thing, the great news about the fact that fear and judgment and hate and guilt and jealousy and all these things under the umbrella of fear are learned, we can unlearn them. And I'm here to help people unlearn who they're not. Because they don't have to, no one has to learn who they are. They have to unlearn who they fucking never were. Once you get rid of who you're not, what's left? Who you always were. So you don't have to become you. You have to unbecome who you never fucking were. So you don't have to become you. You have to unbecome who you never fucking were.
Dan, as a collective in the last year or so, there's been massive upheaval in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of this? What can you tell the people who are watching this today about what we are learning from 2020, 2021?
Well, what we're learning throughout all this pandemic, and what I hope people are learning through this pandemic, and there's a lot more to learn as we go along, but ultimately this is all happening to expose the darkness in this world, and most of all those who run the global system. And but if you're asking me what and how should people handle it, or how should people deal with it, how should people deal with what's going on in the world right now? It's not, I don't even think it's about what you should do. I think it's rather about what you shouldn't do. And that's, don't feed the fear. The media isn't only good at spreading fear, it is literally there to spread fear. So don't feed the fear, and do whatever the fuck you can do to keep your vibe up. Because what most people don't realize is that they're already fulfilling their purpose. A lot of people come to me like, what's my purpose? And what so many people don't realize, you're already, if you're a good person and you're trying to be love and you're trying to be kind and compassionate, and one thing that's important for most people to realize is that if you're trying to be good, you already are. Bad people don't try to be good. Bad people don't try to better themselves. Bad people don't want to be the best version of themselves. So anybody out there, if you're doubting what your purpose is and you're trying to be a good person, you are a good person. You're already changing the world, because we're all connected. Every single thing in existence is connected. And so if one of us is being love, is living kindness, is living compassion, is living in a higher vibe, well, because we're all connected, if one piece is ascending in vibration, it has to affect the rest. It has to, because we're all part of the same organism, if you will. So if you're trying to be good, you already are good. And if you are good, you're already changing the world.
You mentioned about raising your vibe.
Mm-hmm.
How does one raise their vibe in order to feel connected when so many of us have been living at home, disconnected from the world? We have Zoom calls,
mm-hmm.
and that is the extent of our interactions. How can I or anyone else raise their vibe to feel it?
How do you raise your vibe? Ultimately, it comes down to doing whatever brings you joy.